Good morning. It is a beautiful November day. Early in the morning, and I'm up here checking out this Roselle. Roselle hibiscus. It's the edible form of hibiscus. It is just popping with color. I'm just so excited. It's one of our favorite things to make tea out of. We make warm tea, we make a cool drink, jam, wine. Last year I wasn't able to harvest it because it became frost too early, but this year I have an abundance. So today I want to take you on a tour of my 2 patches of Roselle. Up here in Greg's garden, I planted 10 plants. I started from seed back in February and then transplanted them. The ones on the far end didn't seem to be doing as well. I think I let them get a little too dry. This is way more than I will need. I also planted some down behind Greg's fig orchard along the fence line. And these have actually done better than those up in the garden with full sun. Now they do need full sun. These on the fence row are over 15 feet tall. Look at the stalks. They do have humongous stalks. And actually in the 1920s, under a government subsidized program established to attain fiber for the sugar sack manufacturer. So these are actually used to make different items for the fiber in them, like jute twine and cloth sacks, which I honestly did not know. Because of the size of the stalks and the plant, you need to give them plenty of room to grow. You want at least 5 to 6 feet between plants. And the further apart you plant them, the bigger the calyx will be. People also call this the Florida cranberry. The bright red calyx can be used to make zingy tea, sauce, syrup, jam, wine. The flowers and young leaves are edible, have a citrus tang, and you can also stir fry the greens. I've also taken the seeds and roasted them, and they are delicious also. Here is what the bloom looks like before it opens up. And these blooms only last for 1 day, but it is a magnificent display of color and art to see all these blooms open. And then by the end of the day, they're closed and they turn from yellow to a pinkish red color. The plant will begin to bloom as the days shorten, and the calyxes are ready to harvest, usually October to November. Harvest the calyx about 10 days after the flower bloom falls off. The calyx will actually continue to grow after that bloom falls off. Now, I like to harvest them after the bloom closes, and because I have so many, it's okay to sacrifice the size. I find that the seed is easier to remove when it's small. The pollinators love this flower. I have found so many bees up here gathering this pollen. So it's a great pollinator for your garden in the fall also. So this is what it looks like at the end of the day when that pretty yellow bloom has closed up and it turns a pinkish color. And if left alone, that bloom will just simply fall off. And then that calyx will close. And as I said, you could wait like 7 days to harvest this. And because I didn't get a harvest last year, I'm a little impatient. So I've been gathering them at the end of the day after that bloom closes up. And as I said earlier, it's easy to remove the seed. Usually I can get 75 to 100 a day. And so far I've started some tincture. I've been running some in my dehydrator every night. To harvest when it's young, it just pops right off that stem. Now if you wait 10 to 7 days, it'll be a little bit tougher, and you will want to have a pair of snips to snip them off. Also, as they tend to age, you can get little bugs in them. So that's another reason I harvest them early, is to beat the bugs to the center of that plant. Once harvested, I bring them inside, just simply pull that bloom out. Now, this has so many medicinal uses. I've read several legit studies on how it can help prevent and treat diabetes type 2. So I am so excited about that, because I'm currently on insulin, and I'm gonna actually try to faithfully take this in some form or fashion twice a day for the next 12 weeks and see if it helps my blood sugar. Now here I'm removing the seed. The seed is known to be bitter, so you want to take that out. But as I said earlier, I roast these seeds and actually eat them, and they are very tasty. You can even grind them up and make coffee out of them. So I am just so excited to take you on this journey with me. I'm going to show you how I do the jam, the wine, the tea, and the coffee in later videos. So be sure to come back and watch this Roselle journey.